Hi friends, it's Vicki Boutin here at American Crafts with my Vicki Boutin line, and I have something exciting to share with you. You may have heard me talk about this exciting new product, Texture Paste Set. I wanted to show you what the packaging looks like, so if you're looking for it, you know what you're looking for. It comes with the 6 different colors in a primary set with a palette knife. And I'm going to open them up and show you the magic you can make. So let's go with, I heard my friend here, pink is her favorite color, so let's go with that. So the texture pastes are exactly what it says. It is going to be a heavier body, medium. So it definitely has lots of stability in there. But the other magical thing, you know, with all the Vicki Boutin stuff is the majority of it is water soluble. So this little jar of magic, this whole set of magic, can do multiple things. So let's take it out and show its basic thing. It will go on like a texture paste. So grab a stencil. Let's go with this one. And then just pull it through. And we have a beautiful layer that would go on maybe on top of something you've watercolored first. And we have this texture through the stencil. And because it's nice and thick, it's great for pulling through a stencil. You're not going to have a lot of bleeding issues unless the stencil is super delicate, and then you just have to make sure you just pull in one direction. But that is through a stencil. When it dries, here's the other difference. It's going to dry matte. It's not going to dry with a shine. Let's put some down. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. So we can also take that and grab a different stencil and put it through with the stencil brush. So I'm showing you with a dry stencil brush. If the brush was a little wet, it will give you like a stenciled watercolor effect. But I love this, super pretty, and again, way more control when you have the stencil brush. And I want to show you a little trick. Because the medium's a little thicker than some mediums you'd use, you let it set up a little bit, and then I will feather it with another clean stencil brush. If it's wet, you're going to pull the pigment around. If it's dry, it's going to soften those little chunks that it's got glitter on it though, because there was glitter on my brush. So that didn't magically just happen, it's just my dirty brush. But then that takes those kind of raised edges that caught on the side of the stencil down, and it gives you that soft feathered effect. If you want this light effect, less paint on your brush, okay? So that's, instead of wasting what you have on your mat, you just pick it up and put it on something else. The other thing I have is this dirty stencil that we could mist, and I could even have iridescent glaze in here, so I have a metallic. I'm gonna mist over here so I don't mist on my surface. So I could have glitter in there when I mist, or it could be flat. And we did this before. Let's try it again with this one. So different medium, but instead of wasting through my paper towel, I like to do this kind of sandwich technique. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see what we get. Oh, look how pretty. I should have picked a different stencil though. But look at what you get. So I just find, why waste it, right? And let's go in and do another one right away. And I'm going to press this on top and see without even misting what we get. Yay! That's really pretty, isn't it?
It is.
Look at that. Don't waste it on a paper towel. Look at all the pretty art you can make. So look at, we have not taken any more product out of the jar. We made, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 backgrounds, and probably could make one more. Let's try it, because we can. And then I will use the paper towel this time. My stencil's dirty, so don't look at all that green crap that's on there. Oh my goodness, I love that subtle effect. Wiping the green crap off. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Do you see what I did? I kind of dragged. That's almost a technique right there. Those happy accidents that turn into something pretty. So that is, those are a couple basics so far. So what do? We put it through a stencil as a texture paste. We misted on the stencil and then put it on like a more diluted texture paste because it's not a full-on watercolor. And then we put it through the stencil with the stencil brush. I could have cleaned this off on something too. This could have been cleaned onto a back. Ooh, let's see if we can pick that pattern up. Might work, might not. Let's see what happens. Oh, it did though. Look at that. So instead of just cleaning it up and throwing it away, it's a layer. I might do this and then put another stencil on top. Sorry. It's a lot of talking. I've done a lot of talking. And if you know me, I naturally do a lot of talking. So imagine that times a million. Okay, so what do we need to do next? So I said it could be a watercolor. Let's try it like that. So I'm going to take it, oops, and put it on just because it's what's in front of me. Do I have any left? I don't. It's dry. So I'm going to just put a little bit on my stamping block. It could be on a sheet of plastic. I'm going to make a watercolor out of it now just by diluting it. But you notice that there's hardly any product on here because if you want it to be a watercolor, you don't want a lot of product on here. So now, blend all the little chunkies in there. And we can make a watercolor background. So one product, but it's done all of these things so far. And let me show you what I'm going to kind of segue into adding. What if we want some sparkle now in that? Try not to dilute it, or what's that called? Not dilute it.
Mix?
Yes, contaminate.
Contaminate.
Mark, contaminate. I'm trying not to contaminate it too much. But I want to show you now that, look it, instead of just wiping it off, let's make a glitter watercolor. Oh! So it's hard to see, but there is, when it dries, is going to be, can you see the sparkle on there? Kind of. I'll show you. Let's amplify that. So I could take more pigment. I was trying to cheat and I needed more. So let's do it again. Okay, so now we have that pink. All we needed was a little bit more of the iridescent glaze in there. So let's try that again. Because who doesn't like pretty pink sparkles? My friend Shamel would like this. It's like very Disney princess.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yes, she's the one, the pink princess, isn't she? With the blonde Aurora. Aren't you impressed by that? Look at that. Vicki knows her Disney. Okay, we're gonna see it. Oh, now can you see the sparkle? Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. So we see it as a watercolor. So now I'm going to work back towards a solid. Are you ready for it? So we know we could dilute it, and make it into a watercolor, but we can also make it into a glittered pink texture paste. So we're gonna work backwards. So put now some pink down. I have to blend it, so we have to put it somewhere. And some iridescent. And it could have gold in there if I wanted to. That would be very Aurora, I think, if I would have added some gold in there. So if I wanted my metallic to have a gold sheen, I would just blend it with the gold. You can see it already. Look at that magic that just happened. So see how this is very pastel? If I wanted it to be pinker, I would just put less glaze, right? So the more glaze, the softer the effect. Oh my goodness, it looks like you could eat that. It's almost edible. I love it. I wish it was scented. Like, that would be the best thing in the whole world if these had strawberry scent. Some people wouldn't like it. Vicki Boutin would love it. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, I want a different stencil, but I don't know where I put the other one. Ooh, maybe it's in here. Maybe. Oh, right there. Thank you. Thank you, assistant. So now what? Oh my goodness, we already know this is stinking awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I
nice.
So you're flying out?
Not today, on Tuesday, but
Oh, nice, but you're done today.
yeah.
Okay, it was so good to see you. And I'll see you soon in Uruguay. Isn't that beautiful, my friends? So now let's do what we just did before, the reverse of, okay? I wouldn't waste this, so you know it's gonna go on something else, but for right now. So remember we missed it, and what will happen now? That's the side I used. Let's see what happens now when we have like glitter mist. Oh my goodness, I know. Mind blown. Almost. Okay, let's do what we did before. Let's force that through. We made magic here today. Magic has happened. So remember, we have that hint. When it dries, you definitely will see the diamond sparkle in it. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Look at, can you see? It's in there, it's wet. So right when you have to get the moisture out to be able to see it, but so much fun. So to recap, because like I always do, you're like, okay, she just showed me 50 different things. It was the new texture paste set on its own, with water, with the stencil brush through the stencils, with iridescent glaze, with my friend trying to talk over me. She cannot talk over the awesomeness that's in this box. So check it out, guys, and you know more videos will be coming, but thank you for letting me share this little bit of magic with you today at Creativation.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos for all the Creativation 2020 coverage.